everybody. Welcome back to Slurpathon. It's me, your favorite bear, Sparkover. Amazing. I am definitely not the host. I am just casually hanging out here with some fun. We're going to be playing some Pokemon Puzzle League with taymanND here. Hello.
Hey, what's up? I'm here to get justice on behalf of everyone that got their asses kicked by S-Hard as a 10-year-old. And I'm joined by I Like Being Smart, fellow speedrunner and friend from the Puzzle League community.
Hi! Excited to be here and commentate and rage, and yeah, it's gonna be a good run regardless, so we'll explain some things and rage and have fun for the next, hopefully, 30 minutes.
There's one strategy we're going to be trying to execute 16 times, so this is going to be a banter speedrun, so we want you talking about your favorite Pokemon, we want you talking about the anime, this game is based on the anime, we want you being hot and being hot again, we want you talking about why Tracy sucks, just whatever, go crazy. So, anything else?
No, that set it up great, honestly.
It's true. Did we have a bid war between the thingies?
Yes. We did. We had a Pokemon selection bid war. So are we playing as Pikachu, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle?
Gosh, if only the host had their documents open, but they definitely were not ready. But let's just scroll until we realize it's Sunday and scroll for something else.
Oh, looks like it was Bulbasaur on the tracker.
All right, because I haven't found where that is yet. Good job, tracker. It's true, it is Bulbasaur. Look at that.
All right, shout out to not doing Pikachu. And we met this flag chain showcase, so that's pretty cool.
It's true. That's fantastic.
All right, awesome. Well, wanna count me down, Smart?
Oh, sure. Happily. We will start this S-Hard run of frustration and joy, depending on how you do in 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Salt.
Yay.
Salt. Yay.
All right.
Salt.
So, I already didn't pick Bulbasaur, so let's go down to Bulbasaur. So, do you wanna explain the mechanics and the strategy that we're gonna be going for here, Smart?
Sure. So, Pokemon Puzzle League is kind of your standard match 3 game. The idea being that you need to clear 3 or more panels in order to clear things. Clearing 4 or more at the same time is a combo, and if you connect multiple clears, that's a chain. The idea here, because a lot of times people see this game and they're like, how do you win? Seems confusing, which kudos, you are correct. So the idea of what we're trying to go for is we're trying to open up with a 4 combo, so clearing 4 panels in a row and connecting that with another 4 combo and then chaining out. So just connecting as many clears as you can, as quickly as you can and efficiently. And what will happen is kind of what's happening on the screen now, where the bottom 4 combos will separate, and the computer will get confused when these, because the 4 combos is like 3 blocks wide.
Okay,
so if you do like 2, 3 block wide, it'll kind of shift down the screen, and the computer only focuses on the lower of the 2 4 combos. So even if it has clears up and around it, it'll kind of think that it really doesn't have anything to do, so it'll just time out. So in addition to making sure the computer's focusing on not being able to find anything, you want to send enough garbage, which are those blocks, to top off the screen. And when that happens after a certain amount of time runs out, and ideally time runs out, and then you go on to the next stage. S-Hard in particular is very, very heavy on the opening strategy of the what we call the double 4 combos, and the additional combos and chains to fill up the computer side of the screen. Because if that doesn't happen, you can just get into these 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute, long battles, or as I like to call it, therapy Pokemon Puzzle League, where you don't mind the 4-minute battles and you're not trying to speedrun. But in the context of a speedrun, you'd like to get the stages done quickly.
Okay, let's see if that works. Also, I think my audio is desynced a little bit. I'm sorry about that. How did you have a clear there?
Brock, come on.
Can you please not?
Wow.
You had like no blocks left there. Now, I'm running like a super old capture card, and sometimes it just desyncs.
But yeah, something like this is definitely the reason for the estimate that we've got going on here. There's just so much variance in it. You never know when the computer is just going to be an absolute jerk.
Yeah, that looked like it would be pretty good, but Brock like literally had one clear left in it, and he got to it.
Yeah, and a lot of there is the, starting off with the 2-4 combos and chaining, but a lot of this category is very much vibey in regards to when do you stop the chain. And a lot of that is the top tier players in the world, like Tayman, is very good at watching the opponent and being able to know, hey, this is when you stop, and you don't just keep chaining and chaining and chaining and chaining. So it's a combination of being able to observe what the computer is doing while still maintaining a high degree of skill on your side as well. And that's what makes this run, and honestly this game, pretty hard.
Oh, that had no business getting that kill. Yeah, imagine being able to do like a 12 or 13 or 14 chain and then also glance over at the opponent's screen at the same time. And typically players that are really good at chaining, like they just know how to set stuff up really fast, so they have those split seconds where they can look over and see, does the opponent have like a really low left or right side?
Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot to bring that up. So kind of what you're looking for is either having, a low left or low right, or sometimes, having like kind of how you saw there, like the columns on the outside.
Of course you're gonna level it off, sure.
Yeah, if you have like, 2 big columns, then sometimes you can, the computer will down stack or move the blocks down and create that kind of shift you want in order to distract them. And it's an art and a skill that is very hard to develop. I mean, I've been playing the game since it came out, but speedrunning it since 2013, and it's still... I don't even know why we speedrun this category necessarily. It is quite impressive for people to see, but it's not necessarily the best for your mental health in a lot of cases. So depending on the day and how good you feel. So
it's for the artistry.
Yeah, well, there is a beauty. I do stand by the fact that there is a beauty in this game.
Can you get down from there? Can you please not?
Jeez.
Oh, can you?
Okay, you actually might need to hang out here and see.
Oh, that is a really weird setup.
Oh, that's cool.
That's amazing.
That's
the AI,
really cool.
AI doesn't really know what to do sometimes when you get those weird setups on the second tier. We're forced to pick Bulbasaur here, which is not a good type advantage, but we're just gonna deal with it.
Yeah, luckily type advantage doesn't matter, so it's aesthetics and sound and all that stuff. Unless we were supposed to pretend in the moment the type advantage mattered, in which case that ruins the joke. But that's fine, whatever.
We're gonna debate people so bad.
Not good at that, though. So...
Can you not level off a stack, people? Ah, it's so annoying. Our whole strategy relies on the combos separating and confusing them. So So yeah, you can execute like 100%. Like you can execute 100% perfectly and just still get screwed over by bad luck.
Yes. So there, in this particular category, there are 16 stages. This is the hardest of the 5 kind of versus computer categories. You know, easy, normal, hard, V hard, and then what we're playing here as S hard. And really, just what makes S hard is the computers can chain and combo and just move more stuff faster. And so on the lower difficulties, you're kind of relying on them not being able to, you know, clear the blocks quickly enough and know what to do. Whereas in S hard, you don't really have that luxury. Oh,
dude,
no.
come on! Okay, yeah, get destroyed, Erica. My follow-up was good. I'm very indignant right now because I've been playing in a Pokemon Puzzle League tournament. Go follow twitch.tv/puzzlespeedrun. I have been getting the worst luck like 5 rounds in a row. And I'm done with it. Like, I am so... Oh my, I mean, like, I'm fine. Like, in the community, I have like a reputation for like being a hothead. I'm actually fine, but it's just so annoying sometimes.
I mean, yelling at the game is just therapeutic at that point, I'm sure.
Also, I'm really good at the game.
Yeah, so that, you know, that set of, you know, statements Tayman just said there is kind of the epitome of speedrunning S hard. Oh my god, this game sucks. Yeah. Why am I even playing? Oh my god, I just beat this computer in 15 seconds. So, it's quite a roller coaster of a game. Like Tayman said, we are in the middle of a Pokemon Puzzle League tournament with our community, the League of Puzzle Speedrunners. And that just got...
Probably? Well, maybe?
Yeah,
no, just give her a horizontal, why don't you? Is she gonna get to that, though? No, you're not.
Oh, very
nice. Piece
of
crap.
Very nice.
So I've said the meanest things I've ever said in my life to anyone has been to the AIs in this game. I'm just such a sweetheart in general, and I'm sure my girlfriend can attest to that.
True.
But I get fucking irate when I play this game sometimes.
Also true.
Holy shit.
It's a very different side to him, but it's all in just gaming.
This is the only time it comes out. Because this is a safe space.
It really is.
What happens in Puzzle League stays in Puzzle League.
Oh, am I gonna... How do you have that for... Okay.
Okay, what is all this airwalking nonsense? What is happening?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Let's go. That's the RNG.
That was very strange to watch. It's actually nice not being able to play and watch what the computer does, because so rarely I don't get to see what's happening over there. My screen watching game has gotten significantly better over the years, but a lot of time I just kind of look over and go, what? This magic happened, okay. But yeah, so we kind of employ, especially in the second half, you've seen it a little bit, but particularly in the second half, sometimes we will employ, you know, reset strats, and all that is starting the stage again to get the optimal strategy again. And sometimes you do it once, and sometimes you do it twice, and sometimes you sit there for 10 minutes and try to remember that at some point you did enjoy the game before you took it seriously. So, I adore this game, though. I genuinely do. I love the Puzzle League series, Tetris Attack, Pokemon Puzzle League. You know, there is genuinely kind of an art and a beauty to it to be able to
get destroyed.
Just,
Ooh.
it's very pretty.
Rocket
very
just
pretty.
totally run themselves out of blocks. We call that a crush kill. Also a conch kill. Galloping Conch in our community really likes those crush kills. we named it after him. And go eat a Culver's burger for Galloping Conch.
Oh, Conch likes Culver's.
He's from Wisconsin. It's like it's required.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, we have a bunch in Illinois, but like I didn't realize he was from Wisconsin. But yeah, yeah. So a lot of what Tay is doing there is just stalling.
Is this gonna work? No, of
Because
course
at
you're
some
gonna
point you
airlock
want
that.
the compete.
Why do you have that?
Wow.
I was on a good hot streak there.
Yeah.
I usually let things play out a little bit more in a marathon, just because there's, you know, there's not a need to end things super quick, but also, like, it's cool to be fast at things. That's gonna go on for a little while.
Yeah.
I think my best marathon time ever is like a low 20, like maybe like a 20:30 or 21:30 or something.
Oh, nice.
But
That's sick.
You can get some bull crap in this game, which is why we set the estimate to 40 minutes.
Yes, this game can shenanigan for a very long time, and a lot of it is, you know, even with the consistency Tay is showing here of the beginning strats, it's not. He's making it look. He's making it look much easier to hit this opening strategy we're trying to do than it actually is, because for many of us, it's, you know, it's like I can speak as somebody who recently entered the sub 20-minute S-Hard club. You know.
Yeah, you did.
Woo!
Yeah. Yes, thank you. I mean, I got a better time, but I never record, and then I spent 2 weeks actually getting a recording of it. But always record your speedruns, kids. Always record your speedruns. But, so, as someone who kind of spent 2 weeks grinding this category to get the 20-minute again.
That's bull crap, Richie. You, come on.
Oh.
A lot of it is trying to hit this opening strategy, and sometimes you just miss, and you can't find the right blocks, you can't find the right clears, and it doesn't look nearly as consistent as this, but yeah, I think I'm...
Dude, of course those greens are gonna fall right into place. Okay, Richie's super low. I'll let this play out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Big clear on the garbage block means we reset. It also really helps to be able to send a big follow-up, like being able to find quick chains, quick combos, to send, because if you get the setup sent at the right time, but they're not topped off, they can raise their stack and find a clear. So you want to top them off as fast as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, sending more is better than sending less, especially in a marathon setting. You want to make sure, you know, you're putting as much garbage over the screen as you can. So, it's in general, you know, it's a good strategy, but you know, marathon settings, tournament settings,
Are you ready?
you know, if you're short, then anytime, you know, this stack of panels gets raised and your opponent gets more panels, that's more chances to clear, and that's more when your brain is just like, okay, I didn't send enough. Yes, I understand. Yes. So.
Okay, I don't think I had the opening there, so I glanced over really quickly. I was like, I don't think I have it. I don't think that works either, but that's the best that Lorelei gave me, so this is probably going to be a reset. Yeah, I'm just going to... I want to get a good time here.
Are you ready?
I think we've, you know, basically talked about the game as much as we can, so... What is, you know,
Yeah,
I'm
if there's
sure,
any
you know,
donations or host kind of things, perhaps this would be a good time before we get into Gary.
Well, I mean, we are here raising money for Extra Life with Slurpathon. We are sitting at $2,877, which is absolutely amazing. I believe we have surpassed what we made last year, so yay!
I am so good. Also, that's great news.
You are good as well.
Let's go save all the children. That's my hobby.
No, it's been a pretty fantastic weekend so far. So thank you so much for all of that. It's been a lovely weekend. I had to miss most of today because of work, but I'm glad I can chill for the rest of the marathon with all of you here.
Why do you have that clear there, man? Oh. Man, that was so good. That was such a good attack.
I never gave this like much of a thought before like this week, honestly, but where's the rest of the Elite Four? Like, why is it only 2 of them?
Dude, the focus groups decided that who the hell cares about Agatha?
I don't know why it never occurred to me before, like, just this week, but I'm like, wait a second, why is this Dr. Bruno? So I'm very disturbed by this.
Alright, I think this will be
Okay.
good. Let's go.
There we go. Beautiful.
Yes.
That's exactly what you want there. High left side, low right side, and then the 2 4 blocks are dropping. Focus on one side, not on the other. Yeah, so here we are at Gary. This is the second to last stage. And,
Oh, I almost raised my stack an extra time. But we're good.
Oh, yeah. Saved. Nice. So it's not like Gary is necessarily harder than but he's just,
Damn.
wow, yeah.
He just did not know what to do.
Oh god, that feels so good.
The dance of death is just so great.
Yeah.
Watching Gary 2 lose
I didn't
quickly
put on
is
the
just,
cutscene.
yeah, oh yeah. So this is the secret of S-Hard, is you face Mewtwo from the original movie.
Plot twist.
And, yeah, the plot twist. And so the catch with Mewtwo is you cannot use the reset strats we've been using, because if you lose against Mewtwo, you go back to Gary. So no matter what happens here, you kind of just have to play Mewtwo out. Wow!
Dude,
nice.
Wow!
That's a
Yeah,
20...
let's go.
We
That's
got
like
really
20
lucky there.
Yeah, that was like 2001, Tay. That, wow.
Yeah.
I want to
That was
stop. What's my stop button on this layout?
Stop timer.
That's like 1959. That
Yeah,
might
that
be the
was, like,
first
right
sub
at
20.
Yeah.
That like a sub. That was. I think that was the first sub 20 marathon run.
Yeah, if it wasn't 1959, it was like right at 20. So
We will frame count it. That's awesome.
Well, you're back on schedule now.
Everything is
Welcome.
fixed forever.
well, I think we do have a showcase though, right? Yeah.
Oh,
We
yes.
do have the showcase coming on, but yeah, that was a really good run. We set the estimate to 40 minutes. World record is like 12:40. My PB is like 15:08. I typically shoot for like a 25 on average, so getting a 20 minutes is like really good. There's a reason why the sub 20 club is like a really big milestone.
Yeah, my
Takes,
my
like-
PB that I had just gotten was is 1952. So basically, that run. is- yeah, and we were still basically at Brock at 5 minutes, so that was kind of a wild second half. So yeah, that's the Puzzle League, and if you do want to play this game, no, like we make it sound kind of miserable, and to be fair, it can be kind of miserable
No,
sometimes.
it's fun.
But it's fun. But like, don't start here. Start in normal mode. Maybe normal or hard, depending if you have kind of experience with these games. This category is not where you want to start. You'll just get discouraged, and that's no fun. So, like I said, Tayman and I are part of a community called the League of Puzzle Speedrunners. We are at twitch.tv/puzzle speedrun. We've been running the tournament for this game. Just got done a couple hours ago with today's matches of losers bracket.
Oh my god, what I'm hitting?
Where?
Pad 0 is.
Darn, it's a
start,
22-minute
stop.
run now. Sorry.
Did my number lock on or something? Okay, I'll I'll worry about this.
Pokemon.
What a fantastic run, though. Like, imagine Brock being the
seriously, that was-
gatekeeper for, like, most of that.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, we got some good luck there, but I was also on fire. But part of the fun of speedrunning this game is just being able to get huge PBs. Like, 6 in our community. I saw him randomly speedrunning. He wasn't part of the community, but I think I saw him randomly speedrunning S-Hard. And then I came in and I said, hey, like, here's this double 4 combo strat. And I think he went from like a 38 to a 21. And you're not going to get 17-minute PBs in any other game unless you're doing like All Moons and Odyssey or something. So it's just fun to play the game and also speedrun on the side. Because if I did not find this game like very meditative and satisfying to play on its own, like I wouldn't be speedrunning it.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's part of the fun. Let's not take up too much time here. We have a brief swag chain showcase to put on for you, and this is where we show off a few of the tricks that, a few of the chaining tricks that are allowed, maybe not intended, but are allowed by the engine. So this is a pretty basic one. The AI will do it sometimes. Basically, I'm going to catch this at the last minute. I'm actually going to mess it up instead. You can see if you do that at just the right minute, you make a temporary platform for those dark blues to line up. And if you do it too soon, it'll just like, oh, I did it properly. If you do it too soon, like, it doesn't have time to line up. So all these chains, they tend to be like last minute. They're desperation chain extenders because they're very hard to pull off. But so you're not usually going to see these in the course of a normal run.
Although I think I actually did get one in my run today during my match.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
that's nice.
Yeah, I mean they're possible, but they're like 1, 2, or 3 frame tricks.
Yeah.
This one right here, it's either like 1 or 2 frames, but I'm basically gonna swap this purple in the frame it lands. And even though like that doesn't normally count as a chain, like normally it'd just be a normal swap. But if you do it at just the right time, it'll count as a chain, just like that. And we believe that the reason this occurs, we haven't really been able to like decompile the engine or figure out what's going on under the hood, but my intuition is that when there are blocks in motion, any blocks that are falling have a chain flag attached to them. So that means that if a block with a chain flag is involved in a clear, it'll register as a chain. So I think what's happening is that you swap in the purple before the game has a chance to turn off the chain flag. I don't know if you have anything else to add or thoughts on that, Nicole.
Just as a note, this game runs at 60 FPS. So when we're saying one or two 3 frame tricks, it's at a 60 FPS rate. So
yeah, so these are very difficult to pull off. This one we call holding the mayonnaise. We are going to swap these yellows and purples like right before they fall. And if you do it right, they won't clear right away. Why can I not get this? Holy cow. If you swap it just the right time, they won't clear right away, but they'll fall and then clear. So if you do it too late, the game won't let you do the swap, and if you do it too early, it'll just do the clear right away. And we call that holding the mayo because we don't really have names for these tricks, and during a previous showcase, community legend BB Forky was just making up names for the chains. In the Twitch chat, he called this one holding the mayo.
Shout out to
Forky. It's holding the mayo. Forky is great. Okay, so this one right here, it's similar to the one where we swapped it in. We swapped the block in the frame it landed, but now it's going to be in mid-air. And the blocks fall like 1 row per frame, so this is a 1-frame trick. So if you can grab that red the frame it passes over the cursor, the game will let you swap it in. So that's very hard to pull off. Again, you do not want to try to extend your chain with these tricks. Like, you're probably not going to do it. This is a very easy one. I learned this like very early on, like before age 10 or something. I learned a lot of these when I was young, just playing around in marathon mode. So basically what you can do is pull this, put these purples together, and they'll just fall into a clear. If you do it too early, it'll just clear on the spot. If you do it just soon enough, the top one will catch up with the bottom, and then it'll count as a chain. So that's a pretty... I use that to extend chains all the time, like I'm sure you do as well.
Yeah.
Smart. But it is still interesting to show off just from an engine perspective. This is the same one as the 1-frame swap-in we did a couple earlier, but we're actually going to swap on top of the blocks, and it looks super trippy.
Ooh.
So it just like grabs it and just like swaps it on top, and it counts as a chain. Oh, that was a little off there.
Cool.
I've seen the AI do that one sometimes.
But when they do it, it's cheating.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think it's just because in S-Hard, like, they're programmed to like command their execute their next command as soon as possible. Oh, I guess this is just the same one that I didn't remove for some reason. But yeah, sometimes the AI will do frame perfect tricks like that just because on the highest difficulty, they're programmed to like do their next move as fast as possible. And that just results in frame perfect bullcrap sometimes. So this is the last one. This is just like a little mini gauntlet I put together that has a couple different tricks.
Wait, so you make these?
Oh yeah, these are custom puzzles. Like, you can make custom puzzles.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I got that one first.
Yes.
Also very nice. Sorry, I was more excited that you made these puzzles. I'm like, wow. I know, I seriously didn't know that. And I've seen the showcase a few times.
Yeah, there are some very challenging action chain puzzles in this game that are
built
official.
into the official game. Like, for people who want to do puzzle mode, which I respect your opinions. I don't understand you, but I respect it.
They're buried deep in puzzle mode. I think it's fine. I like having it.
I didn't even know you could open up like a second level of puzzle modes until Cards of the Heart was doing like his 100% stuff. And it's like, yeah, there's this whole other screen. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
I got like 2/3 of the way through puzzle mode and gave up because I thought it was too hard, and then just went back to therapy PPL. So like, it's like,
no, it's hard to turn off your brain when you're playing puzzle mode. And
oh yeah.
The appeal of this game is just shutting off your brain.
Yes.
I've actually done statistics tutoring while speedrunning S-Hard.
Whoa! That's actually impressive. That is...
Because they just wanted to talk about concepts. I wasn't writing anything or typing anything out, and I was just getting bored of the tutoring, so I just popped on S-Hard and just talked about statistics. But yeah, in any case, I don't want to go too much longer, even though we're still 8 minutes under estimate, even with the showcase. But thank you so much for having me, and shout out to Slurpathon and Smart for hopping on, Rhea, my awesome girlfriend, for hosting and hopping on commentary. And if you are interested in running this game, If you just know how to play the game a little bit, if you can just do like a 4 or 5 chain, you can speedrun this game. So we will drop our Discord link in the chat. Come join the community. We love hanging out and just talking and complaining about the game together.
Yeah, and there's a lot of minds of, people who have thought a lot about how to approach this, and, we're very happy to give you help and tips. And, even as long as I've been playing, some of these, top tier players are still like, hey, here's something to think about too. So no matter what skill level you're at or think you're at, there's ways to kind of improve your game. And help you play, because the thing is, like, if you play, have like a better sense of what you're doing and a better grasp, it's a lot more fun, because then you're not just missing things. The more you catch, the more you can integrate, and the more fun the game gets. So, and everybody's like super sweet and happy to help out and give you tips. So
we've only had one mean person in the history of the whole LPS, so we're a good tight-knit community.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything else, Smart, Sparkover?
No, just keep donating. Great job for all the money raised so far, and it's going to a great cause. And it's always cool that gamers can get together and raise money for important causes. So keep hanging out here at Slurpathon for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you so much, everybody. Next up, we've got Vanivan with the Adventure Vrika, the Cursed Kingdom. So please stay tuned, everyone.